We industry reformers need to get over ourselves. My mission is to change the construction industry, and I'm doing it tiny little bit by tiny little bit, top down, one leadership team at a time. At current rate, I think I've got another 900 years of work ahead of me. How about that for a forward order book? However, I speak with other industry reformers and we share frustrations and solutions in equal measure. I regularly hear, if they just did X, but they don't. And here's why. People facing acute aren't focused on chronic. There's a project director. His project is 8 weeks behind programme and the liquidated and ascertained damages are £200,000 a week. The project director and his team are working flat out to recover time and mitigate the £1.6 million financial hit for late completion, plus the associated prelims costs. The project director is focused on this acute problem. We industry reformers are talking about important stuff: staff development, skills shortages, diversity and inclusion, net zero carbon, digitisation, right first time, industry productivity and so on. We are talking about chronic skills shortages and chronic low productivity. To put it another way, the project director is talking about a heart attack and we reformers are talking about a skin rash that isn't going away. He's bothered about the skin rash, but what's his focus? The project director knows industry reform is important, but what is he worried about more? Let's test it. A £1.6 million bill plus prelims or image of the industry. B £1.6 million bill plus prelims or net zero carbon. C £1.6 million bill plus prelims or staff training. D £1.6 million bill, prelims or modern slavery. E £1.6 million bill and prelims or digitisation. Or F a £1.6 million bill in prelims or modern methods of construction. Or G a £1.6 million bill plus prelims or diversity and inclusion. The bill or building back better. The bill or innovation for the future. The bill or attracting young talent. As a former project manager and a coach working with project directors, I tell you this project director is focused on mitigating the £1.6 million bill and his prelims. He's a super smart person and will agree with the need for industry reform and a whole load of worthy causes out there, but they are not for now. What about the operations director and the managing director? Roll it up to his boss, the operations director, and her boss, the MD, and they're all the same. Their focus and energy are on getting this and other projects sorted and delivered. We industry reformers will get a good hearing from the HR director and the group training manager, but their budget for this year is spent. Little joy there. So, no industry reform this year. No actual response to the latest government report demanding industry reform at pain of not winning any public procured work in the future. No substantive evidence behind their pre-qualification submissions. Acute is urgent, chronic is important. How do we tend to both at the same time? Table stakes. The minimum it takes to be considered a player. The project director, his boss and her boss are all leaders. Leadership is about navigating the ship in stormy seas while at the same time totally rebuilding the ship. Navigating the ship in stormy seas is running the business and delivering projects. Rebuilding the ship is changing and modernising the business in response to the evolving market and changing world. Both are needed. They are table stakes, the minimum it takes to be considered a player in the market. So, we industry reformers have a role to play, but we have to penetrate the urgency of the £1.6 million bill and 8 weeks' worth of prelims in order to engage the project director, his boss and her boss in a conversation about rebuilding the ship. And that is a tough ask. We industry reformers need to change our approach. Banging on the project director's door, plays for attention, clickbait, sound bites, and threats about future workload aren't getting through. And waiting till the project director comes to us is a dead-in-the-water strategy. My strategy as a leadership team coach has been to be incredibly useful. It's helped me navigate my ship through stormy seas over the last 20 years. Though I'm now wondering if I need to totally rebuild my ship again. It's not the project director. We industry reformers need to get over ourselves and take some of our own medicine. Table stakes.